Hello my dear students, how are you all? Hope you are fine. This is our first session, Primary 5, second term. Welcome back. Today we will start Unit 1, talking about natural numbers. Okay? What is the meaning of natural numbers? Our numbers, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is our natural numbers. Before starting our new lesson, we will remember together a little bit about sets. Do you remember the sets? We took it in the first term. Okay. So first, what is the meaning of sets? What was the definition of the set? The set is a collection of well-defined objects, but these objects must have a common property. Okay, so I will put them together in a set. Okay, to write a set, how can I write a set? The name of the set, we will write it in a capital letter. Second, to write the elements of these sets, I have to put them between braces. Super. And between each element and element, I have to put comma. Is it clear? Do you remember we have two important properties for the sets? First one, that in the elements of the set there is no repetition. Don't repeat the same element. Okay? I will just write it one time. What about the ordering? Is ordering important? No, ordering is not important. So, in any set, you have to remember that repetition is not allowed and ordering is not important. Is it clear? So now we remember together some properties of the set. Let's remember the types of the sets. How many types I have for the set? I have 3 types. First, the null set or empty set. The null set has no elements. It's empty. How can I write it? The symbol will be, I will open the 2 braces with no elements inside them, or I can write phi. Phi is this circle with the dash, we called it phi. So phi, or I can open empty braces, it's the symbol for the null set. The second type is called finite set. What is the meaning of finite set? The set that contains countable number of elements. So I have 6 elements inside this set, 7 elements, 8 elements, so I know the number of the elements inside this set. Okay, and if I ask you about the letters in the word boy, so you will tell me B, O, and Y. So I have 3 elements. Okay, the third type is called infinite set. It's endless. I can't count the number of its elements. Like, if I ask you about the whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, you will complete million, milliard, and so on. Do you know the last number? No. Why? Because it's endless. So this is called infinite set. Is it clear? Did you remember? Okay. Now I need you to remember with me the last thing we took about the sets. It was we took some new signs related to the sets. Okay? First, I have intersecting. Intersecting is this sign, and in this we will write only the common elements between 2 or more sets. So it's called intersecting. It's like the U, but it's we flip it, okay? Or like N. We write it like this. So in the intersecting, I will write only the common elements, okay? Next one is union. Do you remember the union? I used to tell you that the union is like a plate. And the union is always happy because in the union I will put all the elements. But don't forget, when I put all the elements, repetition is not allowed and ordering it's not important. Third is the difference. Difference is like the subtracting sign. It's like the minus sign, okay? But it's between sets, not between digits. What is the meaning of difference? Difference means I want to write the elements I can find in the first set, but they are not in the second set. So the elements in the first, not in the second. To solve it, usually we hide the second set. So I will hide the second set and write the rest. Is it clear? Okay. Next two signs I have belong and doesn't belong. Belong and doesn't belong, we write them when I want to find the relation between element and set. So the first term will be element, the second one will be set. I want to find the relation between element and set, I will write belong or doesn't belong. What about subset and not subset? We will write it like this letter, C. It's the relation between two sets. So the two terms will be sets, okay? So always you have to be careful. Look always to the first term. If the first term is element, so you will use belong or it doesn't belong. If the first term is a set, so you will use subset or not subset. Clear? Now, I want you to remember always that all the natural numbers are whole numbers. Okay? What is the meaning of whole? It's not a fraction and it's not decimal. 1, 2, 3, 10, 100, million, and so on. These are the whole numbers. If I ask you about 5.6, 5 decimal point 6, is this a natural number? Yes or no? No. Why? Because it's have decimal part, so it's a decimal number. If I ask you about 3/4, okay, I want you to check first. Can you solve it? Solve it the fraction. Remember, the fraction is like a division. So if I ask you about 3/4, I want you to convert it or solve it. Okay, so 3/4 means 3 divided to 4. It can be or cannot be? Cannot be. I need to, we will use it like the infinite division, so I need to put the decimal point and add 0 to find the answer or to solve it. So if I put the decimal point, that means that it's not a natural number. Is it clear? Let's start to solve together. Before solving, I want you to know some sets. Inside, first one, the natural numbers. The natural numbers start by 0, but I don't know its end. It's endless. Okay? So you can complete a million, milliard, and you can complete. So this is called natural numbers. Second set is the counting numbers. If I ask you to count the pens in your pencil case, or how many members in your family. If I ask you to count anything, you will start with 1 or 0, 1. So the counting numbers doesn't have 0. We will start with 1, okay? And we will complete all the natural numbers. Just I will take 0 out and complete the numbers, okay? So this is the counting numbers. The even numbers. The third set I have is the set of even numbers. Do you remember the even numbers? We took it in primary 2, 1 maybe. Okay. Start with, yes, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. So this is called the set of even numbers. The next set is the set of odd numbers. Do you remember the odd numbers? Yes. 1, 3, 5. Who can complete? Yes. 7, 9, and so on. This is the set of odd numbers. Now we have how many sets? We have 4 sets. The last set is called set of prime numbers. We took the prime numbers in primary 4, the first term I think. So let's remember them together. What is the meaning of prime number? What is the definition of prime number? Prime number is the number that has just 2 factors, 1 and itself. So the prime number has how many factors? 2 factors, 1 and itself. So the prime number starts with 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, yes, and so on. We took it in primary 4. I want you to remember a very important point. We didn't start with 1. Why? Because 1 is not a prime number. Why 1 is not a prime number? Okay. If I multiplied 1 by 1, so the answer will be 1. So 1 has how many factors? Just 1 factor. And I told you, what is the definition of the prime number? Who can tell me? Yes, super. The prime numbers have 2 factors, 1 and itself. So 1 is not a prime number. Don't forget this, okay? Now we have 5 sets. You have to know them well. If I asked you about a big set and small set, okay, we took it in the first term. It was the mother and the baby. Do you remember? When I put 2 sets, yes, the mother one and inside it the baby. This is called baby and mother, or big set and small set. Do you remember it? Okay. If I ask you about big set union the small set, the answer always will be the big set. Let's have some examples. If I ask you about the natural number union with the even sets, so the set of natural numbers union with the even. Okay, all the even numbers are inside the natural. So the set of even numbers is the baby, and the set of the natural numbers is the mother. So my answer in the union always will be the mother, or the big set. Let's take another example. The set of the natural numbers union with the set of odd numbers. Okay, who is my baby? The odd numbers. And the baby is inside the mother, which is the set of natural numbers. So my answer in the union will be the natural numbers. Is it clear? Is it easy? Okay. What about intersecting? If I ask you about the intersecting between the big set and the small set, the big set is the mother, the small set is the baby. The intersecting between them It will always be the small set. So what about the set of natural numbers intersecting with the even numbers, the set of even numbers? So my answer will be set of even numbers. The natural numbers intersecting with the odd numbers. So my answer will be the set of odd numbers. Did you got it? Did you understand it? Is it easy? Are you sure? Are you ready for some exercise? Okay, let's start to answer some exercise. Before answering, let's remember together. One more time. Natural numbers, set of n. I will start with, yes, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Natural numbers, here is like the counting numbers. What about the whole numbers? Has no decimal, no fraction, so 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. What about the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. And the set of even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and you will complete. The last one is the odd numbers, set of odd numbers, which is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and so on. Ready for some exercise? Let's start. I need you to complete with belong, doesn't belong, subset, or not subset. Don't forget to choose which one you will solve with. You have to check the first term always. Don't forget this. Here I have 2. I want to find the relation between digit 2, number 2, and the set of natural numbers. 2 is an element or a set. It's an element, so my answer will be belong or doesn't belong. So, can you solve it? Yes, it's belong. Here I have 3 over 4, which is mean 3 divided 4. My answer will be 0.75. Is this from the natural numbers or it's a decimal number? Yes, it's a decimal number. So, it's not from the natural numbers. Check one more time the first term. The first term. Is it set or element? It's an element. So I will use doesn't belong. What about number 55? Is it from the natural numbers? Yes. Okay, but I have it inside a set. So I'm comparing between or finding the relation between set and another set. So I will use subset or not subset. So my answer will be subset. 0.7. Is this an element or a set? It's an element. So I will choose from belong or doesn't belong. So it's from the natural numbers, yes or no? No. When I say no, that means it doesn't belong. Okay, letter E. 20 over 6. I have to solve it first. So 20 over 6. We will make a divided. 20 divided 6. Can you find 20 in table of 6? No. The nearest number will be in table 6 will be 18. So who will go up? Yes. I will have 3 up and I have to add decimal points because I have remainder. When I have remainder, that means that it will be in a decimal way or decimal number. So decimal number, it's in the natural number? No. Okay. Check the first term. Is it element or set? It's an element. So I will use belong or doesn't belong, and my answer will be doesn't belong. Okay, what about the set of even numbers. I'm talking about set of even numbers and set of natural numbers. So I'm comparing or finding the relation between set and set. I will use subset or not subset, and the even numbers are from the natural numbers, so it will be subset. Okay, letter G, phi. Do you remember phi is an element or a set? Yes. Phi means empty set, null set. So phi is a set. When I'm finding the relation between set and set, that means that I have to use subset or not subset. Remember that phi is subset from any set, so my answer will be subset. Now I have 15 over 3. Can you find 15 in table of 3? Yes. Solve it, please. My answer will be, yes, 15 divided 3 equals 5. So my answer is 5. Is 5 a natural number from the natural numbers? Yes. But check, is 5 alone or it's between braces? Yes, it's between braces, and that means it's a set. When I'm finding the relation between set and set, I have to use subset or not subset, so it will be subset. Is it clear? We will start the second type of questions right now about union and intersect. I told you when I have union between big and small, baby and mother, I will always write the mother. So even numbers, set of even numbers and natural numbers, my answer will be the mother, which is the natural numbers. Next one, natural and odd, it will be the natural number. Union between natural numbers and prime numbers, it will also be the natural numbers because it's the mother. Natural numbers and counting numbers, yes, union means the natural numbers. Here I have intersecting. Intersecting, I will write the baby. Who is the baby? The natural numbers or the prime numbers? Yes, the prime numbers. So my answer will be prime numbers. Natural intersecting odd numbers? Yes. So my answer will be the baby, which is the odd numbers or the small set. One more time, but here I have two sets. It's not baby and mother, so I have to check. The even numbers, set of even numbers, set of prime numbers. Okay. Do you remember how many even prime number do I have? Can you remember? All the prime numbers are odd number, except, yes, 2. 2 is the only even prime number. Okay? So all the prime numbers are odd, except 2. 2 is the only even prime number. So if I ask you about the intersecting between the even numbers and the prime numbers, your answer will be 2. Natural number intersecting the counting number. Mother, the natural, baby, the counting. So my answer will be the baby counting number. Here I'm talking about the difference. You remember, I told you about the difference. To find the difference, even number, difference, odd number, I have to hide the odd. Do I have any common between them? No. So I will hide all the odd. So I will find the even numbers. So my answer will be the set of even numbers. What about natural, difference, the even number? I will hide the even numbers. The natural numbers are divided into even and odd. So if I hide the even, I will find the odd number. Here, the natural number is difference, the odd numbers. So I will hide the odd. If I hide the odd, the rest will be even numbers. Yes. Here, the natural number difference the counting numbers. Okay, I start to count from 1. So what is the only natural number I will not take? Yes, 0. So my answer will be 0. Okay. Even number difference the natural number. If I hide all the natural number, can I find anything? Any even number? No. So it will be 5. What about odd number difference the natural number? I will one more time hide all the natural numbers. Will I find anything? No, because all the odd numbers are inside the natural numbers, because it's the baby. So my answer will be 5. And even number union the odd number. If I put the even number and the odd numbers, what I will find? Both of them together will give me the natural numbers. Thank you for your listening, represented to you by Ms. Shaymeh Salim, under the supervision of Ms. Basma Zidan, our supervisor. Hope to see you soon, and goodbye.